In the darkened alleys of Gotham, a chilling wind swept through the streets, rustling the leaves on the trees. The moon hung low, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls of abandoned buildings. Tonight, the Joker had a wicked plan brewing in his mind, and he had called upon his trusty companions, Ace the Lion and Naughty. Ace, a tall figure with a wild mane resembling a lion's, was not a typical henchman. He was brave and fierce, always ready to face danger head-on. Naughty, on the other hand, was small and sprightly, with a face that made people wonder if he was more playful than menacing. Together, they formed an unusual trio, but tonight they were about to embark on a terrifying adventure. The Joker, with his twisted grin, gathered his team in an old, dimly lit warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Tonight, he cackled, we're going to instill fear in the hearts of everyone in Gotham. It's time for a frightful show. Naughty's eyes sparkled with excitement. What do we do, boss? He asked eagerly, hopping from foot to foot. There's an old mansion on the hill, the Joker said, pointing enthusiastically. People say it's haunted. We'll set up a scare there, and once they hear of it, everyone in Gotham will flock to see. And we'll be waiting. Ace growled lowly, somewhat hesitant. You really think that's a good idea? What if it's really haunted? The Joker waved a hand dismissively. Haunted? Nonsense. Ghosts are just stories to keep children in line. We'll give them a real fright. With that, they set out towards the mansion. The journey was filled with strange sounds, the rustling of leaves, distant animal cries, and even the hooting of owls that felt like they were watching their every move. As they reached the darkened gate of the mansion, the air grew heavy, and a chilly breeze brushed past them, sending shivers down their spines. The mansion loomed ahead, covered in ivy and grime, its broken windows resembling vacant eyes staring at them. Welcome to our haunted haven, the Joker announced with a sickly sweet voice, stepping inside. The room was dark, filled with cobwebs, and the floorboards creaked under their weight. Let's set the stage, the Joker instructed. They began placing props, fake ghosts hanging from the ceiling and eerie sounds that played from hidden speakers. With every sound, Naughty giggled, while Ace looked around nervously, still unsure if this was the right plan. As the preparations continued, they heard a noise from the basement. It was a soft, dragging sound, like something heavy being pulled across the floor. Naughty's eyes widened. What was that? He squeaked. Just the wind, the Joker replied, though he didn't sound very sure. Keep working. As the night deepened, the wind howled louder, echoing through the old house. Then, they heard it again, the dragging sound. This time, it was accompanied by a whisper, soft and chilling. Get out, get out. Maybe we should leave, Ace said, his voice shaky. Leave? Are you mad? The Joker snapped. We're here to scare, not to run. Naughty, full of braveness mixed with fear, darted toward the basement door. Let's check it out. I'm not afraid. He threw the door open, revealing a dark staircase leading down into shadows. Ain't so brave now, are we? Ace called after him, but Naughty was already halfway down the stairs. The Joker followed, his curiosity piqued. The basement was damp and dark, filled with old furniture covered in dust. As they walked deeper inside, the dragging sound became louder, almost like footsteps shuffling across the floor. Suddenly, a door creaked open, and something stepped into the dim light, an old woman with long, silver hair, and eyes that glowed like fireflies. You shouldn't be here, she whispered, her voice raspy and eerie. Naughty stumbled backward, nearly tripping over an old chair. Who are you? I am the guardian of this place, she said, gliding closer. And you have awakened things you cannot control. Things? Ace asked nervously, glancing at the Joker, who appeared surprisingly pale. The old woman smirked, revealing crooked teeth. The souls that wander seeking freedom, they have not fed for years. And now they want something in return. Suddenly, the room grew cold, and shadows began to swirl around them. Faint, ghostly figures emerged from the walls, their faces twisted in sorrow. The whispers grew louder, filling the air with voices, pleading, angry, confused. Run! The Joker shouted, breaking into a sprint back toward the stairs, dragging Naughty along with him. Ace was close behind, his heart racing. The ghosts followed, their icy fingers brushing against the trio, causing them to shiver. They burst out of the mansion into the fresh night air, their hearts pounding. The old woman's laughter echoed behind them, sending chills down their spines as they ran down the hill, not looking back. Once they reached the safety of the streetlights, they stopped to catch their breath. The Joker, usually so confident, was pale. Okay, maybe there are some ghosts, but they won't stop me. Ace and Naughty exchanged glances. Perhaps scaring Gotham would not be as easy as they thought. That night, they learned that some places are better left undisturbed, for in the shadows, curious things can wake up, things that might just frighten even the Joker himself. The trio decided it was best to stay away from haunted houses in the future, for some adventures are best left on the pages of stories, rather than lived in real life.